Recording.
Conquered by Clippy.
User left your
An
channel.
erotic short story by Leonard Delaney. Ages 17 plus. Phil Gates himself picked Christy up in a helicopter. He was a thin, older man with a mop of unruly salt and pepper hair and dark-rimmed glasses thicker than Christy's. "Isn't this beautiful?"
User
asked
left your
Phil
channel.
as they flew over the United States with all of its trees, buildings, and rocks. "I suppose it is," she said, fidgeting in the seat that she was strapped to. She itched to get off the helicopter and start exploring this ancient alien artifact on her own. Phil kept turning to stare at her, and it made her uncomfortable. Finally, they approached the Silicon Valley. "This is where we unearthed a vessel," explained Phil. "We were mining for computer chips, and there it was, in the middle of an underground crater. The vessel is in the middle, but there are other pieces spread out in the area. Together they may tell a story. We reasoned that it was a job for a writer to piece the story together and publish a white paper." "Get me down there, I'm your girl," said Christy. Phil turned to her. He smiled a little too wildly and stared at her a little too long. The helicopter jerked to the side. A greenish cloud sailed past Christy's window. "Oh geez, we've been hit by a silicon geyser," said Phil. The helicopter plummeted deeper and deeper into the silicon valley.
"What are you doing in my swamp?"
Phil tried to navigate the copter around more geysers, aiming for the middle of the excavated pit that came into view. Another geyser shot up and nicked the tail. The copter shook as it approached the floor of the valley. "Dang it, this copter is going down," screamed Phil. With a thud that made Christy's bosom jiggle, the aircraft crashed in the middle of the pit, and it skidded to a halt. Phil turned to her. "Are you okay?" "I'm fine. I don't need any help," said Christy. Phil unbuckled himself and reached over to hold her hand. "It'll be okay. I think my Windows Phone 8.1 smartphone is broken, but we can wait here until help arrives. We'll be okay as long as we cuddle for warmth at night." Christy groaned. "You stay here and cuddle yourself. I'm getting out to find that artifact."
Oh my god, I'm gonna
She
hit
hopped
you.
out of the copter and was disappointed when she heard Phil get out too. He put a hand on her back and rubbed it up and down. "It's okay. I'll help. We can do this together, and then get back to the helichopper by nightfall. We might have to share a blanket." He laughed, and a wheezy laugh like he was joking, but he obviously wasn't. The alien vessel was a long gray pill-shaped enclosure sticking out of the ground. It was slightly taller than Christy and had no visible windows or opening except for a tiny hole with a lens inside. "How do you think we can open
User
it?"
in
Who's
your
shooting
channel is
crossbows?
recording.
Christy ignored him
Not me.
and looked around. Debris littered the ground around the area where
User
the vessel
left your
had
channel.
presumably crashed from space. She picked up a piece of the gray metal paneling. There was something embossed in it, a vertical line crossed by a shorter horizontal line. "It's a cross," said Phil. "Are we dealing with an ancient Christian alien cult?"
I'm gonna hit you so fucking hard.
Frowning, Christy brought out her notepad. She sat with her back against the vessel, then started writing the symbol down. The vessel immediately came to light, and the top of it popped off and hissed with the release of air. Phil stumbled back, ready to run, but Christy stood and got her pen ready to record whatever she could. A high-pitched, bouncy voice echoed out of the vessel. "Would you like some assistance today?" Christy raised one of her sculpted eyebrows. A figure climbed out of the top of the vessel and pounced to the ground. Christy's jaw dropped as she found herself staring at a giant living paperclip. The curled rod of
User in your
alien
channel
steel
is recording.
curled rod of alien steel flexed and creaked as it bounced in place. A pair of white orbs with black lenses in the middle, eyes, stared back at her. Dark ridges above the camera's
User
eyebrows
left your channel.
made a quiet psst sound as they raised. "Looks like you're trying to write a letter. Would you like help?" asked the alien. No thanks. I was doing just fine," said Christy, looking at the symbol on a page. "A letter," said Phil. "It's not a cross at all, but the letter T." Yes, Phil, I figured that out," mumbled Christy. "What are you?" "You magnificently intelligent machine?" asked Phil. "I'm Clippy, your office assistant. Would you like some assistance today?" And that was the end of the sample reading of
What?
Conquered by Clippy, an erotic short story by
That's
Leonard
all?
Delaney.
That ain't Falco.
I feel really bad for reading that. I don't want to ever read something like that again.
Wait, but that was the end of the short, so there was no sex involved.
Well, no shit, it's a sample. And nor am I buying it or reading the whole thing. I don't want
I'll
to do
freaking
either.
buy it. It's only $2.
Oh my god.
You buy
Is
it.
Pirate
read
Bay
I
back
would
online?
read it. I don't want to read it. I'm not reading it all right now.
Oh,
There's
Pirate
no-
Bay's back online.
There's no way in hell.
Coaxed by the
Conquered
copyright page. Oh my god. Oh my god, you can get all the books in the series taken by the Tetrix box, conquered by Clippy, invaded by the iWatch, and coaxed by the copyright page. All for $9.
Now the scary thing is there's someone out there who actually enjoyed this.
Did you not enjoy it?
Conquered by. It's not on
No.
Pirate Bay, guys.
Of course it's not.